The book is called the New Testament through the New Testament in Muslim Eyes, and the subtitle is Paul's letter to the Galatians, which is considered one of the earliest letters of St. Paul to a group of churches in Galatia, in Asia Minor, what's modern Turkey. And the reason I wrote this book is because I wanted to explore the Christian faith, its key document, in some depth. So this is a commentary, like a tafsir, on the Greek text. And inside the text, Paul quotes from the Hebrew Bible, so you also have to have knowledge of the Hebrew text. And it's a very important book. I meant the letter of St. Paul is a very important epistle or book. It's called a book as well as an epistle because it is about the fact that the law of Moses is not required. To be righteous and to be good and to be saved, all you need is faith in Jesus Christ. So obviously it's a very important subject for Muslims too, because we are a law-based religion. We do believe that the law of Moses, the Torah, is still valid. For Jews, of course, for Muslims there's the Quran and the Sharia, but Jews and Christians are meant to follow their own laws, which has when Muslims ruled the world and they gave the people of the book certain rights. One of them was that they should practice the laws of God. But the letter to the Galatians is about the problem of circumcision, which is a central symbol of the Jewish faith. And this letter argues that you don't need to follow such rituals and symbolic acts. All you need is faith. You do not need to do the works of the law, which would be like fasting, praying regularly, canonical prayer, what is required. The book has actually got a general introduction in which I discuss the question of Christian-Muslim relations, the political diplomatic enterprise. And then after that there's an introduction to the commentary which looks at the setting, the location of the letter, the destination of the letter, some technical details. After that it looks at the 6 chapters of the letter itself in great depth, meaning looks at the Greek words, looks at other commentators in the Christian religion. Of course, there are no Muslim commentators. This book is unique in that it does not have any other precedent. No one else has written a tafsir of this type. And then the final chapter, in the conclusions, I look at the question of what is the future of these two religions in their dealings in the world, since these two religions, Christianity and Islam, are the two religious superpowers, if you like. And relations between them will determine global peace. If there's no peace between them, then unfortunately there'll be a war on a world scale. So the final chapter is partly political and partly gives the final verdict that I, as a Muslim who believes in the Quran, must give, which of course is that Paul is mistaken in thinking that the law is redundant. The book is written for the educated general reader, so it's accessibly written, even technical nomenclature and terminology is explained. But primarily I would expect philosophers of religion, people in comparative religion, obviously committed, devout, evangelical Christians will want to reply to it. They may feel challenged by what I'm saying. They may think, for example, I misunderstood Paul. I want Muslims to read it too, so that they can understand in depth the Christian rival and why, Christians believe what they believe. In other words, if we are to avoid misunderstanding and slandering each other, we should have an accurate knowledge of each other's faith, not a caricature of it, like some of the things that evangelicals say about Islam are completely untrue. And similarly, some of the things that Muslims say about Christianity are not true. And this is a nuanced study which gives a sympathetic reading of Paul's outlook, his interpretation of the significance of Jesus Christ. And then finally, of course, it argues that Paul is mistaken, because as a Muslim, my final place of judgment will be to go back to the Quran.